In an age dominated by kings and emperors, the wild coasts of Ireland were ruled by a queen of a different sort. Not of royal blood, but of salt, steel, and cunning. Her name was Gráinne Mhaol, known to the English as Grace O'Malley, the pirate queen of Connaught. This is the story of the woman who built an empire on the waves and dared to challenge the most powerful monarch in the world. Born in 1530 into the seafaring O'Malley clan, Grace was denied a place on her father's ship simply for being a girl. Legend says she cut off her hair to prove her resolve, earning the name Gráinne Mhaol, or Bald Grace. From that day, the sea was her home. She learned to navigate the treacherous Irish waters, to trade with merchants in Spain and Portugal, and to fight with the ferocity of any man. Upon her father's death, she didn't just inherit his fleet, she expanded it. Through strategic marriages and ruthless piracy, she controlled nearly every major castle and trading route along the western coast. Her ships, swift and deadly, became the stuff of legend, her name a whispered warning in English ports. She levied her own taxes on any vessel that dared to pass through her waters, building a personal fortune and a loyal army that answered only to her. But as Grace's power grew, so did the shadow of a rival queen across the sea, Elizabeth I of England. The Tudor crown was determined to bring Ireland under its heel, appointing Sir Richard Bingham as the governor of Connaught. Bingham was a cruel and ambitious man who saw Grace not as a leader, but as a pirate to be crushed. He waged a relentless campaign against her, seizing her lands, confiscating her ships, and eventually capturing her 2 sons and her half-brother. Robbed of her fleet and her family, Grace O'Malley found herself cornered. Any other leader would have surrendered or fled, but Grace was no ordinary leader. She did the unthinkable. In 1593, the aging Sea Queen sailed her last remaining ship directly into the heart of enemy territory, up the River Thames to London itself. She requested a direct audience with Queen Elizabeth I. The meeting at Greenwich Palace is one of history's most extraordinary encounters. 2 powerful women, rulers of vastly different worlds, meeting face to face. Grace refused to bow, stating that she too was a queen and not a subject of England. She carried a concealed dagger, which she calmly explained to the guards was for her own protection. The 2 conversed in Latin, the one language they shared. Grace laid out her case. Bingham's tyranny had pushed her to rebellion. She asked for the release of her family and the restoration of her lands, and in return, she would cease her hostilities against the English crown. Elizabeth, impressed by Grace's audacity and intelligence, agreed. She saw in Grace a reflection of her own strength and resolve. Grace's family was freed, and she returned to Ireland, her power diminished but her legend immortalized. She spent her final years as she had lived them, on the sea, a defiant symbol of Irish resistance against an encroaching empire. Grace O'Malley proved that power isn't always inherited. Sometimes it is seized from the waves, forged in battle and defended with a courage that echoes through the centuries. Subscribe